if you're just starting out on tier 10, tier 25, please keep up hope, because I was where you are a year ago, and it is possible. And I know people say this all the time, and it means little to nothing when you're starting out, because you're frustrated because you're in the constraints of those two tiers, the lower tiers, and you're trying stuff out and it might not be working at first, and you're hearing these videos that are giving you positivity and light at the end of the tunnel, and it's kind of like until you experience it and get through it, it's not going to sound of much comfort to you. So I get that, because I felt kind of that way in the beginning, but it just motivated me more to figure out the puzzle. I was like, if these guys are doing it, so can I. Visionaries, welcome back for another video. We're continuing on with our question of the day series related to merch. Hoping you guys saw the videos from last week, and if you enjoyed those, do give those a thumbs up and share those too. And we're going to continue this week. I love the feedback that you guys gave me and came up with more ideas of things that you wanted me to cover. So this week is going to be dedicated to how I do research and design. So first of all, in the first 3 days, we're going to focus on a few techniques that I use to find profitable niches and ideas in general for the designs. And then the latter 2 days of the week are going to be focused on some free and paid design tools that I use as well. So let's get started. If you are not subscribed, please do subscribe to The Planet. I have, in addition to these Entrepreneur POD, Merch by Amazon, Printful, Printify, Etsy videos, I also am going to be coming back with the bread and butter of this channel that it started out being, which is natural hair videos. So if you've been on my planet for a long time and enjoy those videos, I will be coming back with some more of those. And then also, because I'm a music junkie at heart, I definitely will be doing more music related, music review, music in general videos on this channel as well. So think of it not just like a channel, think of it as a station, and you can tune into whatever playlists you're most interested in. So again, thank you. And I've received 30,000 views of my videos so far, and hopefully that will grow by leaps of bounds. And welcome to the new folks to the planet. So again, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. And here we go. So today, going to show you how I do research, part 1. And so one technique that I use, that I kind of still use to this day, moving throughout my merch journey from all the way from the beginning, tier 10 till now, this is one of the easier free ways that I find niches to get into, and they're not trending niches necessarily. There are ones that will be more evergreen, and so I will get right into it, and here we go. Okay guys, so I'm starting with my desktop here, getting over to Amazon. Usually I use the Merch Informer merch research tool, and it's totally free. So basically you can click into that, and then there's a search bar here where you can put in keywords, and as you can see, the buttons underneath, you can search by t-shirts, hoodies, etc. So I'm going to just do a quick search for music, and search under t-shirts. So basically that's going to take you to Amazon and show you the top rated music related shirts, or whichever are coming up at the top of search for the term music. And as you can see here, you can see the BSRs for those. So I have the DS merch extension, Chrome extension on there. So the DS quick view, I believe it is. And so you can see BSRs at a glance. So if you don't have that, so featured is the default, but I go to newest arrivals so I can kind of look at what folks have put up recently, and whether they have BSRs on that or not, kind of as a shortcut to see if they're of interest to buyers or not. So I just take a quick scroll through and kind of look at ones that have some sort of BSR and see what niches that they're in. Now we looked up music, and it's something about skull yoga, so maybe they're a band or whatever. But if I was interested in delving deeper into that, then I would go ahead and do some searching on it. But let me look a little bit more, look at some of the shirts that do have BSR. Now, obviously, the Bob Marley shirt, we are not going to do that because it's against copyright. So I'm going to scroll past that. Not sure how that person was able to get that shirt up there. But, you know, you can kind of get an idea of some Cinco de Mayo shirts coming up under music. We all... when we all fall asleep, where I don't know what that is. So just taking a general look now. Here's 2 Afrobeat music shirts. I don't know if that's trademarked, so I would definitely look that up. But generally, let's go back to the Afrobeat music and take a look at, let's take a look at what Afrobeat music has here. So there's some shirts here. A couple of the shirts are selling. Some have sold in the past. They have higher BSRs. Just kind of taking a look at what the competition. So there's only 27 shirts in this niche. So it might be one that you'd be interested in, but you definitely have to look deeper at what Afrobeat music is and basically see and test and others if it's trademarked. But generally, Merch Research is the search engine that I use to do some basic stuff. So that is the tool that I encourage you to use. And obviously I went into music, but you can go into the tool and just do t-shirts in general and not necessarily specific to any particular keyword, and just take a general look around. One, that'll give you some ideas about specific niches that you might want to get into. Also, obviously, the newest arrivals feature, that's very nifty on Amazon, just to see what newer things are being uploaded. It helped me a lot in the UK to see UK and Germany marketplaces. Even though I don't make many sales there, it just gives me some idea of if, what people are designing and what's getting them sales over there. So in those marketplaces, so I definitely encourage you, if you want to grow UK, Germany, delving deeper into that, that would be a tool that you would use as well to kind of see and filter by the newest things, and then see if those newer things are getting the BSR or not. So this is just one of many methods I'm using. Again, tomorrow and Wednesday, I'm going to take you through a couple of other methods, and one of which will be within the paid area of Merch Informer. So you can kind of take a look and see some of the tools that are in there if you're interested in using Merch Informer, or just trying to see what you might be missing out on if you're not using Merch Informer. I have to say, for my own process, I don't use the Merch Informer tools as often. I have a more organic process that I go through, and this has come from 10 or so months of me already utilizing tools, and then knowing generally what niches I'm already selling in, and just continuing to go from there. Now, when I have exhausted all of the different areas, thoughts, ideas that I have, I will definitely be using these tools, but I just go through an exercise that is more organic to me, and it doesn't tempt me or limit my creativity, because you can see just by going through that brief exercise, 3-minute exercise of us using those couple of tools and looking, it kind of gets you stuck in what you just saw. So you're focused in on the fact that there may be opportunity within what you just searched up really quickly, but is that an angle you should go at? Is that something that is going to be fruitful to you? Or are you going to sell 1 or 2 shirts? It kind of takes you along a trail that might not be the most profitable trail for you. I have found some profitable niches that way, but again, I take it to, if you're just starting out and you kind of don't have any idea what shirts you want to sell to people or what you want to design to sell, kind of think about why you're on merch in general. You have to like kind of bring something to the table instead of looking at the creativity of others and then just doing a variation on some design that they've already put up, they've already searched out. So it's just different schools of thought. Again, there are some folks that are on here looking for the latest craze trend, designing from that, and then looking for others, and that's kind of how they make their portfolio. But from the individuals that I've seen, that I can glean from their process is if that's how they're doing things, they're not making very much in royalties because of that, because they're doing things that have been done already. They're not pioneering in their own space. So they have to play, rock bottom pricing wars, which I talked to you guys about in another video on pricing. So I wouldn't recommend doing that because you're going to go, race to the bottom. And even though you sell more products than someone else that's not doing that, how much in royalties are you getting for your 100 sales if you only make $100, $200 for 100 sales, where someone else is making $500, $600 because they're doing something way more unique? What's the trade-off? What's more valuable to you? So again, that's just one way that I researched designs, but that was kind of my early on process before I paid for Merch Informer and kind of developed my own technique of searching out profitable niches. So you guys let me know some of the techniques that you guys use, tools that you guys use, whether they're free or paid, and share those with the group as well. And I'll come back to you tomorrow utilizing Merch Informer and Trend Hunter aspect of that, and some of the other tools there for searching out niches, but then also proper keywording, things of that nature. On Wednesday, I probably will delve more into kind of Google, Etsy, looking for inspiration on those tools, Pinterest, just using the power of social media and the larger search engine. So getting out of Amazon for a little bit, exploring those tools, and then honing back down into a design that would make sense for you to design and put up on merch. So please do thumbs up this video. I like likes. And again, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. And this is going to be a fun week. I look forward to your feedback. I look forward to your pointers that you have as well. And if you're just starting out on tier 10, tier 25, please keep up hope, because I was where you are a year ago, and it is possible. And I know people say this all the time, and it means little to nothing when you're starting out because you're frustrated because you're in the constraints of those two tiers, the lower tiers, and you're trying stuff out and it might not be working at first, and you're hearing these videos that are giving you positivity and light at the end of the tunnel, and it's kind of like until you experience it and get through it, it's not going to sound of much comfort to you. So I get that, because I felt kind of that way in the beginning, but it just motivated me more to figure out the puzzle. I was like, if these guys are doing it, so can I. And here I am, tier 2000, and moving on from there and getting decent royalties from the work that I'm putting in, ROI, and talking to you guys and sharing things, and it's just snowballing, and it's great in general. So again, I thank you guys for tuning in. Do tune in tomorrow and the rest of the days this week for more. And until next time, be well and peace, family.